Konnichiwa everybody, welcome back. So, it was at the weekend just gone, revival, game not over, at Dunstop Park Racecourse, Wolverhampton. I'd never been to a revival before, so I didn't know what to expect really. I knew there were plenty of people going, and it was reasonably local to me, so I made the decision I wanted to go. I was struggling for time, but I managed to swing it right at the last minute. And so I just thought I'd throw a quick video together about the event. I did take a bit of footage, not a lot, and it's not brilliant to be honest, but I'll show it anyway, in case you weren't able to attend and you wanted to have a sort of quick look at what it was like. But it was really quite busy, and so I struggled to take much footage, if I'm honest, that was any good. And what I did take wasn't, like I say, wasn't great. But it was a great mix, a really good event, nice size space, and there was, there were something for everybody really, because there were stalls like selling games and, all things merchandise and all that kind of stuff to do with the hobby. So, you could buy stuff of varying kinds. Few of the regular stores you see around, obviously it was backed by Vintage Gamer and Dana at Hidden Chest, so they both got stalls. And there was some, there's plenty of other stalls as well, probably, I don't know, maybe a dozen stalls. And then also there were loads and loads of tables with consoles and computers set up for you to play various games on. There's dozens and dozens of different computers and consoles to experience. Great if you'd not obviously played on any of them before, or maybe you're on a nostalgia trip and you don't own them anymore and you could play on them. Brilliant. And then there was loads of arcade cabs, all on free play, so you could play all the arcade games. And there was also some pinball tables as well. I'm not into it myself, but if you were, there was about half a dozen pinball tables to play. Like I say, it was busy, so you had to wait your turn on the arcade cabs a lot of the time, but it wasn't like excessive. You could get on them without much trouble. I of course had to play Outrun and complete it while I was there. Same for Power Drift, and played a few other bits and pieces. It was a great event. But the best part about it was the social aspect of it, which is kind of the main reason I wanted to go really, on top of experiencing the event in itself, because I knew there was loads of people going. Now there were so many people, so I'm reluctant to sort of say names because I don't want to miss anybody out, but I've tried to write down what I can remember. The old memory bank's not as good as it used to be, unfortunately. But the old crowd were there, which I'd met before, of like Russ, Stu, Eddie, Dylan, Jay Cybersnake. Had a good chat with Jay. Sean, retrogames Revive, Liam and Ben were there. Like I said, Ant and Dana, Daz McGowan again was there. Paul Ink Northerner, who I'd all met before, so it was great to catch up with those guys again. But like I say, the day was, there was that many there, that much to do. It went by in it felt like a couple of hours, when in fact it was like 7 or 8, whatever it was. I think it was 10 till 5 or 5:30, I forget now. But it just went by like that. So although all these people were there, didn't really get to speak to any of them at great length, because it was a constant cycle of you'd move on a bit and then you'd see somebody else. Brilliant, but like I said, the time went so fast. But then also I met loads of people that I'd never met before, which was fantastic. So I met Lee Tetley, great channel, great to meet Lee. I met Pete on a retro tip, the first time I'd ever met Pete, so it was awesome. Met Scott Sager Zombie, never met him before, which is again fantastic. He'd had a massive trip, so fair play. Then I met Gordon, Gib84, brilliant to me, Gordon. Again, unfortunately didn't speak to him for too long. Same with Dave Tyler. Great to meet Dave. He came up to me in the queue as we were, you know, queuing up to get in the event. Didn't recognise him to start with. You know, he didn't. It's weird seeing people in the flesh instead of being on camera. But I soon, you know, twigged who he was, and great to speak to Dave. He come with Liam and Ben. Then I met James Flashback TNT. Never met James before. Great lad. Got a great channel. Hoping he makes some videos after this event. And then also met Time Warp James for the first time. Great lad. Real chuffed to meet him. And again, he'd had another massive trip up from down south. But great to meet. I'll try and put links to all these guys in the description if I can. There's quite a lot. Just on the off chance you haven't, you know, watched or subbed to these guys, because they're all great. Then I also had a couple of guys come up to me who said they watched the channel, which was really, you know, it don't happen to me very often. It's such a small channel like mine. But it's really nice when somebody does. And I subsequently found out. Well, the one lad I think has got a small channel. Called, well, I think both have actually, and I think there was a third guy who said he watched the channel, but I think he was just a viewer. I think, but the one lad had got a channel called Pixel Plug. A great local lad. I had a cracking chat with him. I've since followed you on Insta, mate. So that I'll look forward to see what you post on there. I've seen your pics of the event. Really good. I wish I took some more still photos, to be honest. And then another great chat with another chap about the channel, and you know, similar interests and shooters and all that. And I didn't realise who it was until Dylan put me straight, and I didn't realise who I was talking to was a chap I knew called, or I was aware of in one of the WhatsApp groups, called Garen, and I didn't realise at the time I spoke to you, mate. So you know, thanks Dylan for putting me straight who it was. But on that, you know, what a great day though. Brilliant. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the second day, so I'm hoping they do another one, you know, in the future, because you know, like I say, it was really good. The social aspect of it was great, and there was loads to do. I think along with Ant and Dana's Black Country event, it's the best event I've been to. So roll on the next one. That's all I can say. There were, I was told also that there were other YouTubers there who I never got to see. So, you know, maybe next time. But like I say, the day went so fast. But you know, it is what it is. Right, so I think I'll throw up the bit of footage I've got now, just so as you can see a brief glimpse of what it was like. Like I say, I wished I took more stills, because I think they would have been better, really, and I could have had a roll of stills, really. But anyway, I'll bang the footage up now and you can have a look. Looks like we're gearing up for a Sinclair C5 race. We're early, not much of a queue.
It's the least you can do.
So as you can see, loads to do. The arcade cabs for me were the sort of the biggest draw. I wasn't too fussy about playing on the consoles and computers set up myself, because predominantly if I wanted to do that, I can do that easily at home in the mouse, but not every computer obviously, but you know what I mean. The arcades is a bit different, I was keen to play on them. Like I say, I played on Outrun and Power Drift quite a bit of what I did manage to play. Me and Lee had a go on Alien Storm, the arcade, which I'd never played before. I don't think it's a great game, if I'm honest, but each to their own. Played a few other cabs. Had a go on the Taito Egret, which had got Raiden Fighters running on it. Oh, magnificent. But like I say, I went to the event purely for the social, really. But there were stalls there, and I didn't go to buy stuff, I must be honest. I went for one item. I was sort of got my fingers crossed I could get one item, because I was looking for one of those arcade marquee signs off Fob for Outrun, which I've mentioned before. Unfortunately, some bugger had got there before me and bought it before the event even opened, he told me. So unfortunately, I didn't get to buy the sign that I went for. So again, maybe next time. And I wasn't really looking for anything else, but then of course, inevitably, I found one or two things that I thought I couldn't leave without. And I also got an amazing gift as well off Jay Cybersnake, who very kindly passed on to me for the Japanese PS2. We've got Black, which I'm told by Jay, and I think it was Sean possibly, this is a fantastic first person shooter on the PS2. I think Jay thinks it's the best one. And he said to me, I know you don't like first person shooters, but he wanted to pass this on to me because, although I don't like them, he says, try this one and see what you think. So, much appreciated, Jay. It's fully complete, as you would expect from Jay. in lovely condition. So I haven't tried it yet, but I will try it. I'm not sure I'll get very far because these things give me motion sickness on top of me, you know, not being my favourite kind of games. But I will try it because you think so highly of it, and other people as well. So, but I'm very grateful. Thank you, Jay. Then I bought 4 items in total from the event, and I got them. They were all Atari. So if you're not interested in Atari, again, bye bye. 2 were off Stu and 2 were off Daz. First 2 I got off Stu. I picked up Stampede, which obviously is an Atari game. Very simple game. You're basically just lassoing horses and you're trying to get as many points as you can by lassoing as many horses as you can. One I've been after for a while, and it's a nice condition cart, so chuffed to get that. Again, another one I've been after for a while, and just haven't got around to it. Like I said before, I'm at the stage now with the Atari that I've got my list of games I'd like, and 95% of them are all difficult to find, predominantly in America. There's 1 or 2 titles that, you know, I can easily get in this country, and these happen to be 2 that Stuart got that was still on my list. I'm down to probably about 2 or 3 now that I can get in this country. 2 of them are easily available, but they're more money than I want to spend, so I'm hoping for a bargain, really. Anyway, enough waffle. I picked up Millipede off Stu, and again, another lovely condition cartridge. Not tried this yet, obviously the sequel to Centipede. I think a lot of people prefer Millipede, don't they? So chuffed to get that one, and another one ticked off the Atari list. This, in a similar vein, these last 2 are off Daz. Again, thanks Daz, much appreciated. And I've picked up both boxes. These are. Firstly, I got Maze Craze. Now, these are like original Atari boxes. They're just mega, aren't they? You know, they're really trying to sell you the game, because obviously the game itself is quite basic. But they're saying it's a game of cops and robbers, and they're illustrating the fact you know, you're running away from the rozzers on the box, when it's basically a very simple maze game, top down, you know. But I wanted this because my original Master System was the one with sort of the snail maze game built in, so it's got a bit of nostalgia, that type of game, for me, and that's the reason I wanted this Atari game, because it's essentially that same game, really. So I chuffed to get Maze Craze. And then the last one I bought off Daz was a game I'd already got, cart only, and I really think it's a great game. And I saw Daz had got it boxed up and it was in nice condition. I didn't really want to spend any money, like I said, but again, he offered it me at a good price, and I thought, I really do like this game, it would be nice to have it boxed. And so I picked up Fast Food, which is what's been running on the TV the whole video. Really excellent game this is. You're basically this sort of set of false teeth, if you like, running around the screen trying to eat as much as you can while avoiding the one particular item. Magnificent game. Really love this. One of my favourites on the Atari. So, like I say, I'm really chuffed to get a complete one, and it is in nice condition as well. So that was the extent of my pickups at the event, which were, you know, chuffed to have them. But the event in itself and the social meet-up aspect of it was by far the best thing about it. And like I say, I can't recommend it enough. If you didn't make it this time and you were thinking about it, definitely get yourself there next time, if hopefully they do another one, because it was a fantastic day out. But let me know what you think in the comments. Did you go yourself? Great to hear from you. as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Sayonara.